In the very heart of Western Europe sits a small, densely packed country that punches astonishingly far above its weight. Belgium. Home to around 11.5 million people, it is one of the most densely populated nations on the continent, the headquarters of the European Union, a land of fairy-tale medieval cities, world-famous chocolate and beer, and one of the most successful football teams on the entire planet, the Red Devils. It is also a country famously and stubbornly divided against itself by language. This is Belgium seen from above. Welcome to Aerial Atlas. Belgium is small, only about 30,500 square kilometers. Yet it is one of the most heavily urbanized nations in all of Europe, its towns and cities almost blurring into one another. In the north lies flat, low-lying Flanders, opening onto a short but busy stretch of North Sea coast. In the south rise the rolling, forested hills of the Ardennes, Belgium's wild, green heartland. It shares borders with the Netherlands, Germany, Luxembourg, and France, sitting squarely at the crossroads of the continent. And that central position has shaped absolutely everything about its history, for better and very often for far worse. Because for centuries, Belgium was quite literally the battlefield of Europe, so endlessly fought over that it earned the grim nickname the cockpit of Europe. Romans, Spanish, Austrians, French, and Dutch all ruled or clashed across this land. It was here, just south of Brussels, that Napoleon met his crushing final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. And it was here, twice in the 20th century, that the great armies of the world wars tore the country apart, the killing fields of Flanders, with their endless rows of white crosses and red poppies. Modern Belgium only won its independence in 1830, carving out a brand new kingdom between its powerful neighbors. And all that history left Belgium with a deep internal divide over language. The country is split, almost cleanly, in two. In the north, the 6 million people of Flanders speak Dutch, specifically Flemish. In the south, the people of Wallonia speak French. There is a small German-speaking community in the east, and a bilingual capital sitting right in the middle. These divisions run so deep, and politics is so fragmented between them, that Belgium has, at times, gone well over a year without forming a national government. And yet, somehow, against all odds, the country holds together, in a fragile but remarkably enduring balance. At the center of it all is the capital, Brussels, and Brussels is not just Belgium's capital, but in many ways the capital of Europe itself. It is the headquarters of both the European Union and NATO, making this one of the most internationally important cities anywhere on Earth, home to tens of thousands of diplomats and officials. It is a place of grand squares like the breathtaking, gold-trimmed Grand Place, of the gleaming, futuristic Atomium, built for the 1958 World's Fair, and of a tiny, cheeky bronze statue of a urinating boy, the mannequin Piss, which the entire nation somehow adores and dresses up in costumes. Beyond Brussels lie some of the best-preserved medieval cities anywhere in Europe. Bruges, often called the Venice of the North, is a storybook maze of canals, cobbled lanes and stepped gable houses, almost untouched by the passing of centuries. Ghent pairs its medieval core with youthful modern energy, while Antwerp is both a great port and a global capital of the diamond trade, where a huge share of all the world's diamonds are cut, polished, and sold. Centuries ago, these Flemish cloth-trading cities were among the very richest and most powerful places in the entire world. Belgium is also, perhaps surprisingly, a giant of art and imagination. This was the land of the great Flemish masters, Jan van Eyck, Rubens, Bruegel, and later of the surrealist René Magritte, with his floating green apples and bowler-hatted men. But Belgium's most beloved art form of all might just be the humble comic strip. This is the homeland of Tintin, of the Smurfs, of Lucky Luke, and countless others. A nation so utterly devoted to comics that the walls of Brussels themselves are painted with giant, colorful scenes from its favorite stories. Then there is Belgian beer, a tradition taken so seriously here that it is officially recognized by UNESCO as part of humanity's cultural heritage. From rich abbey ales brewed by Trappist monks in working monasteries, to the sour, wild fermented lambics found only in the valleys around Brussels, Belgium produces hundreds upon hundreds of distinct beers, each one, traditionally, served in its own specially shaped, branded glass. For beer lovers all around the world, this small country is, quite simply, the spiritual home of great brewing. And Belgians are every bit as passionate about their food. This is the land of pralines, the delicate filled chocolates invented right here, sold in glittering, jewel box shops on seemingly every corner. It is the home of the warm, sugary Belgian waffle, eaten in the street. And it is, the Belgians will fiercely insist, the one true birthplace of the fried potato, frites, the perfect golden, double-fried chips, served in a paper cone with a dollop of mayonnaise, or piled high beside a steaming pot of mussels in the beloved national dish, moules frites. All of this rests on a small but seriously wealthy, trade-driven economy. The port of Antwerp is one of the largest in all of Europe, a vast gateway for goods flowing in and out of the continent. Belgium is a quiet powerhouse in chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and diamonds, and Brussels' role as the beating heart of Europe brings in tens of thousands of diplomats, officials, lobbyists, and journalists from every nation. For such a tiny country, Belgium sits right at the very center of European money, trade, and political power. But Belgium's history also carries a much darker chapter, one it is still openly reckoning with today: its brutal colonial past in Africa. In the late 19th century, King Leopold II ran the Congo, a territory 80 times the size of Belgium, as his own private possession. His regime's savage exploitation of the Congolese people and their rubber and ivory caused immense suffering and millions of deaths. The Belgian state later took the colony over directly, ruling it until Congo's independence in 1960. It is a painful, shameful history, increasingly acknowledged in Belgium today, and an inseparable part of understanding the modern nation. And then there is football, the arena where this small nation truly became a giant. Belgium's national team, the Red Devils, produced a so-called golden generation of genuinely world-class players. Names like Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, Eden Hazard, and the towering goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. For several remarkable years, tiny Belgium was ranked the #1 football team in the entire world, and they finished third at the 2018 World Cup, their best ever result. For 2026, the Red Devils are back once again, a country of just 11 million people, going toe-to-toe with the very best on earth. A small, crowded crossroads of a country divided by language, scarred by invasion, enriched by trade, and absolutely bursting with chocolate, comics, beer, and footballing brilliance. That was Belgium from above. If you enjoyed the journey, subscribe. Here on Aerial Atlas, we fly over a new country every day.